Once upon a time, in a small, cozy house at the edge of a bustling town, lived a lonely boy named Jamie. Jamie spent most of his days in his room, surrounded by books and toys, but what he wished for the most was a friend. One evening, feeling more alone than usual, he picked up a piece of chalk and drew a puppy on his wall. "I wish you were real," he whispered to the drawing before he went to bed, not knowing that wishes whispered at twilight had a way of reaching magical ears. That night, as the moon climbed high into the starlit sky, something incredible happened. The puppy drawing on Jamie's wall began to stretch and yawn, slowly peeling itself off the wall. It transformed into a shadowy puppy figure, full of life and wagging its tail. Jamie, asleep and dreaming, found himself standing in a moonlit meadow with the shadow puppy bouncing around him. They played fetch with dream-made sticks and raced through fields of stardust, their laughter echoing in the dreamy night. Night after night, Jamie and the shadow puppy met in dreams. They embarked on fantastical adventures, exploring forests of towering candy canes and sailing on clouds like ships across the sky. Jamie's days were filled with anticipation for the night, and his loneliness slowly faded away, replaced by the joy of his nocturnal escapades. However, with each passing day, Jamie wished more and more that his shadow friend could be with him in the waking world. His parents noticed the change in him. He was happier, and his room, once a quiet space, now often echoed with giggles and tales of his dreamland adventures. Curious and somewhat bewildered, they peeked into his room one night and saw Jamie, asleep with a smile on his face, and the faint outline of a puppy made of moonlight playing at his feet. They shared a look, an unspoken agreement passing between them. It was time to make Jamie's happiness a tangible reality. The next day, Jamie's parents took him to the local animal shelter. "Today," his dad said, "we're going to find a new member of our family." Jamie's eyes widened with surprise and excitement as he walked through the shelter, puppies barking and tails wagging all around him. And then he saw him, a puppy that looked exactly like his shadow friend, with the same playful eyes and joyful bounce. Without a second thought, Jamie knew this was the friend he had been dreaming of. They adopted the puppy, naming him Shadow, a fitting tribute to the friend who had kept Jamie company in his dreams. Shadow quickly became a real, tangible source of joy in Jamie's life. They played in the garden under the sun, just as they had played in the meadows under the moon. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, Jamie's world grew brighter with Shadow by his side. They were inseparable, a boy and his puppy, sharing adventures both in dreams and in reality. Jamie's parents watched their son, once so lonely, now brimming with happiness and laughter, thankful for the magical twist of fate that had brought Shadow into their lives. Through Shadow, Jamie learned the true power of dreams and the reality of friendship. His nights of solitude were replaced with joyful companionship, and his days were filled with the kind of happiness that only a true friend, whether born of shadow or flesh, could provide. The mingling of fantasy and reality in Jamie's life served as a reminder that sometimes the things we dream of can become the most real and important parts of our lives. Jamie's story wasn't just about a boy and his puppy. It was about hope, dreams, and the magical journey of finding a friend who could turn the darkest nights into the brightest days. In the town, stories of Jamie and Shadow spread, inspiring others to believe in the magic of dreams and the power they have to transform our reality. And so, in a small, cozy house at the edge of town, a boy and his puppy continued to play and dream, their friendship a testament to the fact that sometimes the most magical things can come from the simplest wishes.